Hey everyone, welcome to Heart for Art. My name is Layla. Today's episode 2 of my Christmas series, and in today's video I will be showing you guys how to create some beautiful tabletop Christmas trees using SHIMS from Home Depot. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. For Christmas tree idea number 1, we're going to use 1 pack of these wooden SHIMS, and they are really inexpensive. They're about $1, under $2 for each pack, and I think you get 12 SHIMS in there. I am going to glue all of them together. No cutting required, nothing required. Just glue everything together. Once I glue everything together, I will make sure that the bottom is completely even and flat. Now that all the pieces had a chance to dry overnight, I am choosing a base. These are little pieces that I've had in my stash. Any scrap piece of wood, Jenga blocks, anything will work. This is a candlestick from Hobby Lobby. I had a leftover from another project. I'm using wood glue to clamp it down. Once again, I'm going to let this dry completely before I paint or do any decorating to it. I let the base sit for a couple of hours, and here I am coming back and doing some distress painting on it. It's basically kind of like a suede color acrylic paint mixed with white. I didn't want stark white. I wanted kind of a muted blended white, and I'm just giving distress look to the piece. I do it to all 4 trees, and I don't show you each and every single one of them, but for the most part that's the process I do. This is called, I believe, an eyelash trim. That's what I'm using here, and I'm beading or I'm threading. I believe these are 4mm wood beads that I painted burgundy. Again, it's the same burgundy that I've been using throughout all my videos, and I just threaded approximately, I would say, 30 to 40 beads, and I'm just gonna glue it. Here I'm taking 1 bead at a time and sliding them down. It started getting kind of tedious because they were getting stuck in the eyelash trim. It was chaos. So what I decided to do is just kind of drop all the beads through and just scatter them randomly. And here I'm doing all that random scattering. And then I just wrapped it around. I did not fuss too much with where the placement of the beads were. I just kind of let it kind of do what it had to do. Which made it a little bit easier because this eyelash trim was a little bit fussy to deal with because of all the hair that was sticking out of it. Then I had this red stripe, it looks like candy cane, ribbon in my stash. I believe I got this from Target years ago. And I'm just going to tie a simple shoelace bow on the bottom of it, dovetail the edges, and we're gonna call it done. For Christmas tree idea number 2, again, I used 1 pack of SHIMS. For all the trees, I only used 1 pack of SHIMS. And here I am kind of messing around with it to come up with a really pretty design. Something unique and different. And this is what I came up with. And don't do what I'm doing here. Just do as I'm going to tell you. All you guys have to do is just mark 1 straight line from top to bottom, 1/2 inch apart. Do not do what I'm doing. It ended up being wrong, and you'll see in a minute. I'm going to change everything. It was the wrong way of doing it. They were too far down, and it was all not balanced out. So here I am fixing my mistake. So do as I say, don't do as I do. The 2 pieces had a chance to dry overnight, and here I was playing to see what kind of shape I would like the trees to be, and this is what I ended up with. I really like the jagged edges on the bottom. Here I'm using a scrap piece of wood, which literally is a scrap piece of wood. I added some glue, and you will see me shortly adding a little pieces of shim, which is tiny pieces of wood in there, because it was a little unbalanced and I needed these trees to stand independently. And I will be using my nailer to nail it all down for additional security. I painted the base of the tree a custom green color that I've been using since fall, and I am distressing it with white mixed with suede color. They're acrylic paints. I just didn't want a really stark white. So this is a tag I've had in my stash for a very long time. No idea where I got it from. I'm using bits and pieces of scrap lace, eyelash trim, just a bunch of different things to create a tassel. However, you guys can ignore it because I did not use the tassel. These are snowflake garland that I'm cutting up and using the small and large ones, both front and back. And I just hang the tag off of it without the tassel and add a shoelace bow with some lace ribbon. And I think this actually was very clean and simple and beautiful. I absolutely love this tree. Let's say hello to my 6-year-old fur baby and crafting buddy. He will hang out with me right behind me as I'm crafting the entire time, and will leave when I'm done crafting. And I just absolutely love this guy. Christmas tree idea number 3, I am creating a kind of a faux shiplap tabletop Christmas tree, and I'm creating the sides of the tree, which kind of mimic the same idea as I did with Christmas idea number 2. However, it'll be put together differently. After everything has dried, I'm using another scrap piece of wood and creating kind of by sanding it down, a 45-degree angle so it can sit in between the two Christmas tree sides. As you can see, I'm doing it right there. Here I used these jumbo popsicle sticks. I'm just tracing it over, and then I take my miter shears and cut everything. You can use scissors, I just had them sitting out, that's why I used them. But that's pretty much all I've done, and then I will flip it over and glue all of the popsicle sticks together. However, I am keeping the popsicle stick in order so that way I don't lose the shape of the tree. Now it's time to decorate, and I'm using whatever I have in my stash. The garlands actually came from Dollar Tree. They're garland ties that I painted with white acrylic paint, and I cut them in tiny little pieces to kind of create a swag coming down the tree. The top, I used a poinsettia flower that's sitting right there, and then I used the picks from Hobby Lobby. They were like little fuzzy looking ball things, and I just cut them up and used them everywhere. I also added some star sequins in silver and red. However, I totally forgot to record them, but you will see it in the end photos. I just thought it added a really pretty pop of color. I'm adding some pine cones, just everything and anything I had in my stash that I thought would look pretty with my rustic farmhouse Christmas tree. For my 4th and last Christmas tree idea, I'm using 1 pack of SHIMS. It's not the whole pack, I have 3 more left over, and painter stick for the back side for stability. I did cut them down in an ascending order, and I alternated the thickness for the SHIMS from left to right to add some interest to the Christmas tree. I will be gluing all of it down, and I will be using this tree for another project. I'll be creating a sign. So if you haven't done so, please do subscribe to my channel so that way you guys, and turn on the notifications so that it lets you know when I will be uploading that video. It is actually a really pretty sign. The other thing, if you guys do not mind, please hit the like button. It is free. And that way YouTube knows to share my videos with other crafty friends, as I would love to grow my channel. and leave a comment because I love reading what you guys have to say about my creations. So let's get back to crafting. Now, I did paint and distress the tree in the same manner with the green and the white. These are some stamps I've had in my stash for a very long time when I used to make cards. And I just took a StazOn permanent ink. I created the Santa and sleigh, the reindeers. I stamped them and I stamped a saying underneath it. And I will be adding some, they look like vintage Santa Claus snowflakes. To be honest, I don't remember where I got them from. Most likely Michael's, but as you could tell, I've had them for a long time. And I just add 3 of them, stagger them over, and yeah, I just glue them down. And I think that is pretty much all I do to this project. Hope you guys enjoy my video and you feel inspired to create some tabletop Christmas trees. Have a blessed day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.